Introducing first, he's fighting out of the blue corner. He steps into the cage tonight at a height of 5 feet 8 inches. His weight, 162.8 pounds. He trains with Crossville MMA and he fights out of Crossville, Tennessee. And at 17 years old, his junior MMA record is 1 win and 0 losses. His name is DAWSON Dillard! And his opponent across the cage and fighting out of the red corner. He steps into the cage tonight with a height of 5 feet 9 inches. His weight, 160 pounds. He trains with Moshindu Martial Arts and he fights out of Marietta, Georgia. And at 15 years old, he steps into the Aries cage to make his juniors MMA amateur debut. His name is BRAYAN ORTIZ!
All right, Houston, it is our third bout of the evening.
DAWSON Dillard, BRAYAN ORTIZ. Again, this fight is sponsored by Spectation Sports.
I'm nervous for both these young guys. I know Dillard's done this once before, but
DAWSON Dillard looks like a little Dusty Little.
yeah, that's true.
Little.
We actually saw him this morning.
Did you really?
He was out here, you know, doing some stuff around the venue. It was great to see Dusty. This is great action here to start.
It is, man. These guys are aggressive.
I love the combinations
right in the
from
pocket
Ortiz.
here. And you know what's a big change for Ortiz, you know, mentally, is that he came in prepared with shin guards. They said, no, it's a non-shin guard event.
Yeah.
I don't, you know, not many people have sparred without shin guards, but it's a different world.
I love what I'm seeing so far from the striking of Ortiz. I love that lead uppercut to the body. He digs, and you can already see it on Dillard. He's wearing it to the body already. He's got a welt. That might be the fight, the story of the fight there if this thing continues the way it's going.
These guys are strong, just pounding it out in the center here. Let's go for the takedown attempt.
Yep, DAWSON Dillard got to be
Brian
aware
Ortiz.
of the guillotine.
He needs to get that elbow in more. Brian needs to get that elbow in more if he's going to secure that. That reaching for the sky is not going to work out for him.
Dillard's fighting the hands a little bit, but he is kind of.
But Dustin's doing the right thing by putting that arm over his arm, is that it mitigates how much he can actually reach up. So he's giving a thumbs up. He's still good to go. This choke is not effective.
Oh, and now DAWSON Dillard right in front of us.
DAWSON Dillard, great defense. He stayed cool in that, knowing that choke was not secure.
I mean, we have the best seat in the house. They just came over, almost knocked over the Aries Fight Series Jumbotron right in front of us.
They knew you were here tonight. They wanted to put on a show.
Well, they're doing it. This is a great action here. I'll tell you what, I thought Ortiz was getting the better of it in the striking, but DAWSON Dillard seems to have turned the tables.
Absolutely. These guys are good grappling senses for both of them.
At 17 and 15 respectively, the future's looking bright for both of these guys.
I agree 100%.
Ortiz now with the body lock.
Oh.
Dillard's corner seems like they're confident that he can carry
confident
himself
spot
off his
for
back. Oh, great action right there.
Yeah, smart by Brian. He must have heard that clacker and knew that he was, good chance for him to just rein it in the last 15, last 10.
Stuff.
Smart.
Ortiz has got some really nice body work that he implements.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a great first round. Really strong guys.
Ortiz was utilizing a lead dig uppercut to the body followed by a body kick.
Yeah.
And I really thought that was effective. Here was the flurry at the end of the round. Amateurs MMA, so it's got to be body strikes, you know? When they're grounded.
That's right. I forgot all about that.
Yep.
Of course. Yep.
Yeah, it does add a different
I feel
dynamic.
like I forgot about it because these guys are moving and fighting like adults.
Yeah,
they really are.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, and these are big guys.
Some of the striking in that first round, really from Ortiz, that looked like some adult striking. He's 15
really
years
did.
old
Yeah,
and great technique.
Yeah.
Bushindo's got a real gem of a prospect on their hands.
I agree.
Ooh, that was a quick break there between rounds. That feels like that one was
Get him out of there.
super short. We're getting right back to the action.
Yeah.
Well, the corners have had time to calm their fighters, to readjust some game plans. It is round 2 underway. Ortiz versus Dillard. Let's keep an eye out for that lead dig to the body from Ortiz. It was so effective in round 1.
Yeah, we see Ortiz looking for it and looking to capture that leg is what she did. But if he's going to capture that with the takedown, he's got to take advantage of it.
Nice pump kick to the body right there.
Great striking from both these guys.
Yeah, Dawson Dillard, too, is very tough.
Yep.
Very, very tough. Normally, though, it's not a good sign if the commentary table's complimenting your toughness. It means you're wearing some shots.
Ooh, that was a good knee on the way to that takedown, though.
Yeah, Dillard did get that's his second takedown of the fight. He has enjoyed some good control. Yeah,
that
you
is
can
smart.
hear
Yep.
the corner. Yep. You and I both heard it.
Yep.
Houston, for the fans at home, why do you do that? Why do you got to pin your opponent's head up against the cage?
Well, there's two things that are great to work in your favor. It's the ground and the cage. Those are two great things to work in your favor. You don't have to fight for them. It's much different than just fighting in the very center, where you just have the ground as your gravity. Now having that wall against you is going to note a little space.
Well, I'm sorry to put you on the spot, but I love getting your insights here when we get
No,
into
not at all.
situations, especially in the juniors, you know, when the fundamentals are so important.
Yeah, especially with these guys here. If you can get your opponent to your corner, that's going to be very beneficial for you too.
Place starting to fill up here. The Joe's getting some energy in it.
Absolutely right. This place is getting packed tonight.
Great drinks, great food. World famous Cotton Eye Joe. It is really an experience unlike any other. Wait a minute.
This could be a good transition for him.
I'm over here giving the Joe some promo, and Dawson Dillard's working on a submission.
Yeah, and we see Bryan Ortiz doing what he can to try to hit the upper rib cage, and
he says, "I'm okay,
he's still giving the thumbs up here, but that is tight. Oh.
Judges are going to have a lot to consider in that round.
Smart move by Bryan Ortiz to wait that one out. That had to have been a very, very tight choke.
I mean, through 2 rounds.
And that's one of the #1 submissions that we see here at Aries.
It is.
Is that head arm choke. Some people call it the head arm triangle, but either way, that's a submission that we see often in MMA and very often here in Aries.
And even in the highest levels of the sport, I feel like
right.
it's very in vogue right now.
Yep, it's very, very common.
Well, through 2, Houston, I happen to give the first round to Ortiz, second round to Dillard. Where's your thoughts on that?
I'm right there with it. Yep, I'm right there. Yep.
Ortiz striking just so crisp in round 1, but Dillard persevered, got his second takedown of the fight in round 2, enjoyed a lot of control, did some good body work, almost ended the fight with that submission there. And I think the Crossville MMA boys are coaching him up and saying, hey, that's the recipe.
Their final round this evening.
I'm looking at the Mushindo corner. It seems like they're giving Ortiz the message that he needs to get back to that great striking that we saw in round 1.
Yeah, and that end of that round 2 is both pretty exhausting for both of these guys, so we'll see how the third one here wears for both. Oh, again, we see Dillard try to set up that takedown. Oh, man, what a teep.
Yeah, you want to catch those kicks, but the thing is,
you're going to
those
eat him
kicks
to
are
do
fast.
it. Oh, man.
Good body work.
Bryan Ortiz is strong, man. He's got some striking ability.
I love that dig to the body.
Yep. Smart move from the corner here of Dillard as he says, hey, oh, wow. Wow, this could be a great transition to the back for Bryan Ortiz. Just got to scoot back a little bit, but that was a smart move. Very smooth on the way down. He's trying to get a second hook in here.
That was a proper 12 smooth swim move to take the back of his opponent. But, hey, Dillard hanging tough. And now he's persevered. He finds himself in side control.
Absolutely. That was good for Dustin. I think that Dawson Dillard is showing to be more of an accomplished grappler here. But Bryan, I think Dustin wanting to take it to the ground because you don't want to strike with a guy like Bryan Ortiz already.
That is huge. With 49 seconds left in the fight, a great getup. Really good getup right there by Ortiz, and that's what the doctor ordered. Dillard, though, right back to it like a dog with a bone.
I thought that Bryan had a better kind of a cow choke underneath Dawson Dillard, but Dawson easy to strip that.
Well, this could be a tough one if it hits the judges' scorecards.
Yeah, I'm seeing the second going to Dawson Dillard. The third.
I mean, Dillard's enjoyed the control.
Yeah, I'm kind of seeing it for Dillard, too. I mean, Bryan Ortiz had some good striking, but Dawson being smart and want to keeping this fight to the ground. I do think that if strikes to the face was allowed, this fight might look a little different.
It might not have gotten this far.
No, I agree.
Because each fighter's enjoyed some pretty dominant positions. Hey, these juniors, man, they just laid it all on the line.
Yeah, great
15,
sportsmanship for both of them. Yep.
17,
Wow.
respective ages. One of these young men going to get their hands raised.
What were
via
you doing when you
decision.
were 15 on a Friday night? I was probably watching MTV.
Oh, buddy, I was probably waiting for this time of year.
Yeah.
Waiting for the new Madden game to come out, hanging out with friends, riding bikes. Nothing as cool as this.
No, no.
Eating pizza,
Right.
watching WWF. Nothing as
You
cool
just
as
got
what
back
these
from
guys are doing.
Blockbusters. You got some
That's
videos
true, yes.
and some popcorn. Heck yeah, bro. That's a
Trip
good
down
Friday
memory
night.
lane.
Yeah.
Maybe a quick stop at the bulk candy at the grocery.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
load up on
dude.
some stuff that would rot my teeth. You know,
Yep.
nothing as brave, courageous, or entertaining as what these young men just treated us to in this cage. That was a nice little trip down memory lane, Houston.
Yeah, you're welcome. You know, I was listening to a great podcast on the way here, and they're talking about how so many fighters look at this as their kind of rite of passage into manhood, or women do too, as into that kind of womanhood.
Sure.
And I see that. You know, they're talking about so many other cultures that have different rite of passages, whether it be going out and killing a big animal or doing
Yeah.
a big journey. And I feel like a lot of athletes have made this their kind of coming of age
Oh, certainly.
for them, and it's great.
To succeed in this sport, you got to have discipline.
Yes,
You got to have guts.
it's going to be hard.
And these are all lessons in life that anything you apply yourself to, you know, it's going to be relevant. So
Yep.
I would imagine both of these young men are feeling a little bit anxious. They want nothing more than to have the sweet taste of victory. It is now in the judges' hands, as they say. And the man who has the answer to the question of who won this bout has just entered the cage. Without further ado, we throw it out of land screen.
Ladies and gentlemen, at the end of 3 grueling rounds, this fight has gone to your judges' scorecard. Judges Lisa Dorn, Josh Amato, and Johnny Stewart all see it the same way, with scores of 29-28 for your winner by unanimous decision. Out of the blue corner, DAWSON Dillard!
Dawson Dillard taking the W back home.